Cheguei agora num balão. O que tá acontecendo? O que tá acontecendo é assim, cara. Os jogos da RNG deram remake, então eles começaram, ficaram 0/0, mas eles já jogaram o jogo hoje, então eles estão 1-0. Ou seja, o jogo que a Red tinha perdido deles, descontou, entendeu? Então a Red era pra estar 1-3, mas eles estão 1-2, porque eles vão ter que jogar de novo com a RNG, entendeu? E esse jogo que eles estão jogando com a RNG agora, não é o jogo do remake, vai ter mais um game depois desse, entendeu? Eu adoro... Trocaria bot, Lulu, Jinx. Se eu tiver errado, me explica por quê. Cara, eu também não sei, cara. Pra mim, Jinx continua forte, cara. Eu não acho que 50 de vida... Não foram só 50 de vida que tiraram da Jinx? Cara, eu acho que foi só 50 de vida que nerfaram da Jinx. Pra mim, Jinx continua forte, cara. Eu não sei porque, tipo... eu não vi nenhuma Jinx nesse campeonato. Ela tá sendo banida sempre ou não? Quanto tempo de game? Gente, usa o comando aí, exclamação Riot. É nesse... Eu tô assistindo na Riot Games. Porque aqui na Riot Games não tá travando. Na Riot BR tá travando, tá ligado? Então eu não quero assistir na Riot BR. Se você quiser o multi-tweet prontinho, já tá feito aí. Exclamação Riot. As the base spell just needs to avoid any sort of growth dart all in, and then this matchup's a fun one.
Yeah, the Jax there proccing the E, Guigo jumping back with his own.
Sim, o Bin aí é o melhor top laner da Coreia, cara. O Bin ele é muito conhecido com... acho que ele era mono GP na solo queue, né? Main GP. Mas ele raramente joga de GP, né?
Bin was literally 12-0 in farm, had complete control of the early wave, was getting it pushed in, held the level 2 versus 1 advantage for a while, and obviously the lane's going to even out now, but Bin navigating level 1 very nicely, as Xiaohu is going to take a nice bit of burst there from Grevtar's skill shots.
Not bad by Grevtar. I know people have been very critical of some of the players struggling this round. Farfetch has been getting a lot of attention. I think even for RNG of the players, the early game that you're talking about, that can be a little suspect for them, yes. A lot of the times it's Wei who people are looking at his playmaking. His volley bear in a game that no longer counts was very criticized. No longer have to worry about that. A couple early deaths. And I think I know people, it's a debate when you're playing these kinds of games. How clean should you really be? They tend to go for riskier plays because they're sure they'll be able to come back even if it doesn't work. So I'm usually not too critical at this point in the tournaments.
No, I'm here for the fun, that's for sure. As trying to land it up here in the 1v1, but it is a bait here for the Lee. A just gonna get spotted as well. Good patience here by Wei. Is that
ó, o Lee Sin na sacanagem.
I think it is. Wei's just gonna chill.
He might end up too far away from this play though, unless they make a dive happen.
Now he's leaving again. Yeah, just has no idea. Oh, sees. Oh, all right.
Wait, so Wei might wait for the recall to finish and then go for the Gwen.
Yep, and yep, that's the play. So now Gwen roaming in, trying to find the jungler.
Caralho, que paciência do Lee Sin, hein? Vocês viram isso? Vocês estão vendo isso? Tá morto. É, galera. Paciência é uma virtude, cara.
At international tournaments that always throws other teams for a loop is how long the Chinese junglers are willing to brush camp. Like the biggest culprit of this back in the day was MLXG, who would just sit in the brush all day, become MLXD until he finally finds this like one Lee Sin kick. And I do think it's something that sometimes people aren't ready for.
Flash E in, Ming gonna flash out of the way. Gala in trouble potentially, but Nodaless is the target they want. Again, pretty squishy, ignites down TP.
Caralho, o Gala, ele andou pra frente pra tancar o E do Viego, vocês viram? Pra tentar salvar o suporte deles. Ele andou pra frente, tancou o E, aí ele deu o cleanse. Essas coisas aí é, mano... É coisa de... que a gente não vê no Brasil não, mano.
That exchange.
Yeah, it's going to get a lot worse at 6. Bin will then have his passive from that proccing as well. So here we'll see the setup. Just Leona into Nautilus is in general a good matchup, and though he does kind of buffer the hook there, the root follow-up from the Jin...
Porque a transmissão do Brasil tá atrasada, adiantada em relação ao oficial, porque a transmissão do Brasil tá travando. Então eles colocam adiantado pra quando vai travando assim, aí você... Entendeu? Brincadeira. Mano, não assiste na transmissão do Brasil, ela tá travando, assiste na Riot, cara. Por favor, cara. Porque daí fica todo mundo assistindo a mesma coisa, tá ligado? Gente, eu não quero ser hater e tal, mas, cara, eu não acho que a gente tem que jogar de duelista no top. A gente tem que jogar de utility, cara. Tem que colocar, sei lá, Rumble. Não é possível que o Giga não sabe jogar de Rumble, cara. Tem que jogar de utility mid top, cara. Gente, a gente tem que aceitar os nossos... Tipo, as nossas lanes fortes e como que a gente vai conseguir ganhar o jogo, tá ligado? A única lane forte do Brasil tem é a bot lane, tá ligado? Tipo, é a única lane que consegue bater de frente. A gente tem que jogar pelo bot e colocar todo o nosso esforço no bot.
Normally when you do that, the trade is red will be grabbing the dragons, and then we have to worry about stacking the dragons, and eventually we'll have to fight those, but you slow down red's stacking option, so it allows you to play the map a little bit longer into the game.
How close Ming is to 6, because Gala 6 right now, actually Ming like throughout...
Acabou as bananas? Não, eu tenho mais algumas bananas pra comer, acho que tem umas 4.
Some sort of 2v2 dive right now, because of course Kai'Sa does have 6 to dive in, but they push the wave in, they're going to back away from the play, and Chitan should be fine, as Ming and Gala are at least going to clear out some vision. Aegis is here. But RNG aren't going to play too aggressively here. Just get their vision and get out.
Yeah, and I think for the most part, RNG probably has an idea. They have decent vision setup. They had that pink ward from when they picked Chitan in the jungle earlier. And even if they didn't spot out Aegis directly, they at least can try to read his jungle path. I'm sure they're aware roughly what camps are up.
Also aware of this Herald that they want to play for here. Already roaming everyone up. Very nice setup onto Greftar potentially. Stun's going to land. No follow-up there. Wade tries to jump on over, but can't quite land the resonating strike. Who's going to eat the honey fruit, and Gwen's going to spot everyone else.
Yeah, we have the bot lane from Red coming up as well to actually contest this Rift Herald. We will get spotted out.
Porque vai ter remake? Quer dizer, na verdade já teve remake. Já teve, quer dizer, já teve não, né? Resumindo, os jogos sumiram, cara. Todos os jogos que a RNG jogou antes de ontem pra... sem ser hoje, todos vão dar remakes. Todos os jogos da RNG. São 3 jogos. Porque teve algum problema com o ping deles. Parece que eles estavam com vantagem de ping.
Back to mid lane though for Greftar. Wei is again just chilling in this brush, but Aegis probably suspects that something's up here, so is in the area. We'll see if 2v2 eventuates. Also Xiaohu leaning towards that half of the map as well.
I think it's also respecting the fact that there's no flash on Bin, and so that is probably where Red's going to make a play. And again, Aegis is going to walk right through Wei potentially, but too many other members of RNG around, too many people missing on the map as well. I think Red kind of sniffed that one out, knew that there was something up there and did not actually get baited into making a play onto Bin as he was...
Resumindo, teve remake por choro. Cara, mas eles estavam 3-0. Tipo, não tem por que eles pedirem remake, entendeu? Foi uma treta interna aí, cara. Eu não sei o que aconteceu, cara.
I think this is good for both teams. It shows that RNG respects Red enough to not do what their comp shouldn't be doing. Like RNG arguably could have just started Rift Herald and forced a 5v5 and then like, yo, we're gonna outhand you. But I think they respected the fact that, you know, Red's not a joke. If you just go into a 5v5 in this situation against the Vex with this kind of like dive comp that they have, you might get obliterated. And so when Red started moving up to contest the Rift Herald, RNG actually said, you are good enough that we are not gonna just brute force this play. We're gonna go back to our lane, start farming up again, because we are really more about playing the map. And that gives Red the window off that reset to go ahead and grab that without really losing too much. I mean, Gala going back bot a little bit earlier than Chitan gave him that opportunity to start getting a little bit ahead in CS, as well as some of the other windows where Chitan has been forced off the bot lane.
Yep, nice. Gold efficient, Umbral Glaive already done for Chitan, but Gala feeling good about the gold overall. Gonna grab a plate here as well and not get too greedy.
Cara, será que o Brasil vai ficar 1/todos? Será que aquele primeiro jogo que o Brasil ganhou foi tipo sorte? Não é possível que eles vão ficar 1/todos, mano.
The small advantage for RNG is a 2,000 gold lead. Part of that is just going to be the raw CS, as you saw with Gala having a lead, Xiaohu having a lead, non-negligible. Even Wei is up despite that kind of brush camp that we were memeing about. He is actually in a good spot, as well as the just natural gold generation of TF, the extra kill, and we get a pause.
All right, well, have a pause, as is evident by the current screen. We have no updates yet, but when we get them, we'll relay them to you, don't you worry.
I doubt this will be anywhere as interesting as the Leona going to
O Brasil é meme, você sempre fala? Eu sei, cara, mas porra, mano, tem que ganhar pelo menos uns gamezinhos, né, cara?
It's gonna be tough to top that one.
There's nothing happening on the map either, so most likely this is maybe some sort of for RNG, maybe there's some ping-related thing. I know that's a big topic right now. There's also the refs talking to the red Canids, so maybe on their end, sometimes something feels a little jittery, your mouse stops working, you can have little mouse dies, headset stops working. Well, we'll see. We'll get an update, but it's not an in-game related bug, I would reckon, given that nothing is really happening.
Yeah, we're not mid-Ari dash, which was what happened last time. And then we found out that Vulcan went on a bit of an adventure.
Olha, o teclado dele é rosa. Vocês estão vendo o teclado rosinha dele, cara?
I think viewers are often disappointed when a pause happens, kind of ruins the momentum and all that stuff. It's something that the broadcast team also feels. I know we don't talk about it very much, but pauses we don't love them.
No.
Ah, eu quero teclado rosa. Ah, gente. Eu quero teclado rosa.
That was another one we got earlier in the tournament. Water versus pro players is a difficult matchup.
It's 10-0 in favor of the water bottle.
Really, I said 70-30.
Okay, so that bad?
A little more generous.
Okay.
I've seen pro players drink water successfully before. I know it's a doable matchup.
Hard to navigate. Mechanics are a little bit
skill issue.
But, you know, players get better over time, right? It's been
the meta evolves.
10 years of League of Legends.
Open lids to sippy cups.
Yes.
Soon there's going to be hamster cages, like beer hats on, you know, with the little funnel going in.
A little camelback or whatever.
Yeah. Can't spill that.
You know what, actually? You could maybe attach like a little water thing to like a headset.
Well, that's what I was thinking, you know.
Oh,
with
I like that.
I don't know if those exist elsewhere in the world or if that's just an American thing.
Yeah.
But you have, like,
Dá pra ver a tela deles lá atrás. Vocês estão vendo a tela?
Yeah, that's what I was imagining, but with a headset and then cans of water on the side. All right, we're back in.
Water one, Red Bull on the other.
Yeah, there you go.
Could be good. I'm here for it. All right, back in we go. Wei and Jojo squaring off. There is a dragon up in 30 seconds that the teams may want to scrap for. Red are in the area to try and contest here. Looking for some sort of fight.
E a comunidade do Reddit deu certo? A gente não viu ainda. Depois, quando acabar esse jogo, a gente pode colar Reddit.
And so off of a reset is actually sometimes more dangerous than just being in lane, because you're like, oh yeah, I was going to river, right? And then you're like, wait, where was the enemy? When was the last time I saw anyone? Versus if they're just standing across from you, you're like mentally prepared, like Leona might flash me, blah 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 blah.
Yeah.
So that was a little dicey there for RNG actually, but they got out of that river situation, and now they've gotten their own control back.
Can't talk, right? You gotta remember the plan. You know, if you were mid-plan when that was happening, all of a sudden you just gotta retain it in your mind. But looks like everyone is righted the ship. It would have been an interesting play for RNG to try and fight, although they are going to the dragon, have enough control. I say that because there's a TP mismatch there on the top side, but Red instead are gonna just drop the Herald top lane and try and get some pressure and some gold into this Glen. Don't mind this play at all. Basically a trade, knowing that they can't really fight for this bottom lane control they don't have.
Yeah, I mean, this is a really interesting game. It's kind of the inverse of what I would have expected looking at the drafts coming in. You think the TF's going to go topside a bunch. You think they're going to get the Rift Herald if they can, while sacking dragons.
Cara, esse foi bom arauto no top do Brasil.
Hold on, here we go.
Oh, time do TF. Ok, não vai acontecer nada.
during this time, though, the Dragon was still taken. That still is actually the weak side of the map for RNG, even though Xiaohu ports up there. Grefthar being on the roam, that was actually a coverage TP by Xiaohu, knowing that, hey,
nossa, a RNG já tem 2 Drakes. Bem early, cara. Eles agilizaram bastante o Drake. First Tower pra Kai, 600 de gold nela. Kai Sade.
And Bin might carry the game. He doesn't need to right now. He's chilling, getting CS. Has to contain the Gwen. Ming's up here in the top side. Maybe help out, and it's going to be a dive. Level 6 Nautilus. There's the ulti. Gwen is immune, of course. But how else can they navigate? In fact, they cannot. Just an ignite. And the tower's doing a little bit too much. Ming, though! Max range finds the hook, and they will grab the kill between 2 turrets.
Gonna back off there. I think maybe Guigo should have stayed underneath the turret because it was still leashed, I think, onto Ming right there. Ends up going down. Does outplay it a little bit with the immune. The ultimate, not able to survive, though. There were no TPs up to help cover that play. Red's doing what they can, though, pushing down the bot side, splitting the map right now. Trying to grab that turret to equal it out. Top side is in RNG's control, and Bin now is finally able to go like, okay, I played defensively long enough, team. Give me some turrets, give me some ganks, let's get this going.
Yeah, real nice presence there from Ming, even with Nautilus ulting getting cancelled, which is not easy.
Pois é, cara, eu não entendo também, mano. Eu não entendo esse draft treino.
And now Jojo back in there, gets the ulti down, beautifully timed stasis though, and Gala's gonna turn it over around. Here's Ming though, finds the hook, but Avis is diving on through Xiaohu with another beautifully defensive card. But Gwen's trying to make it happen, Needleworks run out, but Grefthar missing the ulti and RNG, they're gonna get away with everything here. And that way, are you going back in? You find the Q, you got the damage. Gala actually on the side, picks up the enemy jungler, and RNG find 2 kills there.
RNG just out team fighting Red there. The initial kill was super clean, Chitan instantly blown up.
Yep, 5k de gold na frente. Acho que a partir daqui é snowball, né?
This initial kick was just too clean. Gold card already primed, wave, flash, ward hop, kick back, instigate, like an excessive amount of CC. You could argue
Gente,
Everfrost not maybe needed by Xiaohu. Nice stopwatch to survive, but
tipo, eu não entendo esse draft, cara. Cara, eu não tenho nada contra os brasileiros, mas por que que dá um duelista pra tirar um x1 ali tá ligado? Contra o melhor top lane da China pra um cara que tava preso no Diamante 4 na Coreia com 43% de win rate, cara. Sem querer farpar, óbvio, eu jogo bem pior que esse cara. Mas você entende, mano. Não é draft horrível, não, o draft não tá horrível, os caras são horríveis, eles têm que entender isso, cara. Jogam top utility, cara. Joga top mid utility. Qualquer pessoa sabe jogar de Rumble, cara. É muito fácil jogar de Rumble. E Rumble não pede pra porra nenhuma. Rumble taca fogo no cu de todo mundo, cara. Joga full bot lane, que nem cracudo, tá ligado? Já falei, cara. Faz lane swap com Sion. Os caras... Cara, ó, pensa comigo. Faz uma lane swap desde o level 1. Fica divando esse beam. E aí dá um Sion pro Gigo. Os caras divam o Sion, ele revive e pega a wave. Mano, tem tanta estratégia boa. Tipo, cara, tem muita estratégia boa, cara. Tem que tacar o foda-se, mano. I kind of respect Chitan as well, hoping to find Ming, not looking, like, it's like they're both looking for each other, like, because otherwise he could have gone bot lane maybe or just recalled, but he wanted the Nautilus face check, not able to kill him fast enough, and
Ming buying time for Xiaohu to get in there.
Actually, nicely done by Chitan as well. Like, dodging the last wild card, like, giving him enough time for the Stasis to wear up and get the kill. Obviously, they give Xiaohu time to walk forward and kill you anyway, so it was always going to be a trade, but a dragon fight has started. Third dragon available here for RNG. Jojo again in trouble. He's going to go down to Gala, and now Gala's going to keep on going. Bing with the wraparound, but KI over the top, and that's 2 kills for Waves. The dragon is one of them. Gala going to pick up yet another.
Por que os Chinas, Coreias conseguem esnobar o jogo tão fácil mesmo sem kill? Porque 2 barricadas é uma kill, 20 CS é uma kill. É isso, cara. O jogo, o gold do jogo não vira só em kill, cara. CS barricada é gold também.
Absolutely crazy team fight there. Most importantly, Ming dying again as well. The 1 kill going in their favor. The Dragon snatched up as well to get them onto their sole point. RNG over 10,000 gold in the lead, steamrolling to their 2nd win of the tournament.
Everything we wanted. Gala penta kill, more Nautilus deaths. It's just all coming together as we watch this one again, Mark.
Yeah, here we go. So, a couple things to look out for. This is like a good setup for Red. Like, this is actually a good team fight. It's just wallet dip at this point because they just get absolutely slammed from here. Nice kick by Wei, actually getting that knock up just right as the VA goal was coming through. All that was super clean. Chitan was sniping from a pretty good position, but it was like an 8k gold deficit going into that fight. It was something that would have been very difficult to win to begin with. And Red, I actually think...
Por que você acha que os brasileiros estão tão atrás do LoL e no CSGO não é assim? Porque no CSGO, cara, é muito mais individual do que time. No CSGO não existe... Por exemplo, eu vou dar um exemplo pra você, cara. No FPS, você morre no primeiro round lá, morre no segundo round, aí no terceiro round você vai lá e mata todo mundo. Você entendeu, cara? Então, tipo, se fosse no LoL, você já tá 0-2, aí você grupa uma teamfight e ganha teamfight? Não, isso não acontece, entendeu? No LoL, se você morre uma vez, morre segunda vez, você vai estar atrás em XP, atrás em Gold, atrás em objetivo. E você só vai voltar no jogo com muita comunicação e muita estratégia e sinergia entre os heróis, cara. Você entendeu, cara? No CS, o que conta é o individual, cara. No CS, a sua habilidade de dar bala é muito importante. Tipo, são jogos completamente diferentes, cara. No CS não tem snowball, cara. Por exemplo, quem aqui já... Eu não assisto muito CS, mas eu tenho certeza que teve algum jogo que os caras abriram, sei lá, 7 rounds a 0 e o time lá vai lá e vira, entendeu? Cara, no LoL não tem como fazer isso, entendeu? É impossível. Tipo, se um time abre muita vantagem em cima do outro, cara, você nunca mais vai voltar no game. Você viu o passeio que foi? A partir do momento que eles abriram 5k de gold, não dava mais pra jogar, cara. É isso, tá? No CS, tanto faz, mano. É só você pegar uma pistola e matar os caras, tá? Pá, pá, pá. Teve até com 11 rounds, né, então. Resumindo, o que eu quero dizer com isso? Eu quero dizer que no LoL é muito teamwork, entendeu? Porque, tipo assim, se alguém vacilar, fode todo mundo. No CS, se alguém vacila, os outros ainda carregam, tá ligado? No LoL não, mano. Se uma pessoa joga muito mal e pesa, o cara vai pesar pra caralho, tá ligado? Pesa, entendeu? E não é um bagulho que vai pesar só naquela play. Vai pesar o jogo inteiro, tá ligado? O cara vai ser uma pedra no sapato do time inteiro. Bem que a gente podia assistir uma série do Gigabyte Marinas contra os times grandes na Season 7 pra postar no YouTube. Um dia a gente faz isso.